and you're definitely going to hook these up since Al was nice enough to send these to me and give you all the details. So, Al, sorry again, I forgot to show up. We just get so carried away up here and have so much fun. Anyway, good night, guys. Happy Halloween.
See you guys.
Yeah.
Don't try the snake oil.
And we are live in the studio. Man, talk about an unmasked show tonight. Happy Halloween, huh? It's right around the corner. And we're just going to hang out, have some fun. I missed you guys Friday. But without further ado, let's kick off the intro. See you guys in 3 minutes.
Right? You know what that means. We livin' loud. Tonight's going to be fun. We've got a lot of shenanigans going on here tonight, and we actually do have a guest tonight. So this will be interesting. In the studio, of course. See you guys in a minute.
Livin Loud with Andy.
Here we go. Would you just kick that? Just kick it. And we are hanging out in the studio tonight. It's a little foggy in here. Is it vape smoke? Is it, I don't know, vegetable glycerin? Something like that. Appreciate you guys tuning in, hanging out with me tonight. We're going to have some fun here. And yes, this is the after show, the Unmasked after show. John and Carlos did an awesome job tonight. Thank you for all that you do. Ernie and the gang, you guys are awesome. Appreciate you being here tonight. And we got some haunted bumps going on. I don't know if you guys ever heard a song. If you're underneath the rock, maybe you might not have heard this song before. But either way, thank you guys for tuning in. And let's get the haunted bumps going tonight. Let's see here. I seen something pop up there, but I wasn't sure. Yeah, what was that right there? What was this right here? Oh, look at that. The Livin Loud with Andy Club member. Awesome. So that is working. That is working. Let me see something. Command. Monitor. Okay, cool. So that is working. I'm just surprised my other stuff isn't coming through here. Look at that. Garrick, 6 months. Congratulations, man. Appreciate you guys all being members this entire time here, hanging out with me every single day. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Bad Customs. Appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you tuning in. And you know, I have to try to one up Ernie. Ernie's got an amazing studio down at Kicker HQ, and it's like, well, let's see what we can do here. And thank you so much. Appreciate you, man. And I keep thinking I'm getting gifted memberships, but it's just that you guys have become members, and I got that hooked on there. I was like, that's cool. Team Green for 1 year. Oh, yeah, Team Green. Thank you, William. And I actually do have that on YouTube over here for you guys. It should come up on your little thing there. It's got a little 1 year logo there, just for the guys that have been here literally since day one of the Green Team YouTube partnership program and membership program. Thank you so much for just being here every single day, and thank you for all that you do, man. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you. All right, cool. Well, let's see. I just need to turn my music on. Like, you know, I love that song, but something just doesn't feel right if I don't have the Livin Loud with Andy music going. But tonight, we do have something special tonight. We do have something special. You know, of all the people that I've ever had on the live stream, it's always been online and, you know, StreamYard. We just had EXO on here last Tuesday, and that was a blast, and we need to have him on again in the future. And, you know, it's like, man, this guy has been waiting for a while. I hope it hasn't been too long, but he's been waiting to get on the show. Man, this is going to be awesome, and let's just introduce him. We got Low End Larry. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Appreciate you, man. And you know, to be the first person on the stream, live guest, man, you look great. I love the shirt and the Solo X18. It doesn't get much better than that. Thank you for being here tonight. You are awesome, and I can't anymore. I'm done. It's the smoke. It's getting to me. But thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. And I hope you guys have some fun this Halloween coming up, and whatever you got going on, hanging out with your kids, giving out candy, whatever it happens to be. You know, just enjoy the week and try not to clip your kickers too much. If you start to see smoke come out, it might be a bad thing. It just might be a bad thing. BT has become a member for 12 months. Would you look at that? Just look at it. Thank you guys for literally being with me since day one. You guys are awesome, and thank you so much. He's been waiting. You know, I think he has been waiting a little bit too long. Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that? I think the kicker's going, and you know what, man? Just look at it. I mean, if you're playing it too long, man, the smoke will come. But this one is still it just keeps on kicking, man. Thank you, BT, for 5 gifted memberships. Appreciate you, man.
Bass hitting hard. Yeah, you. Turn down for what? Yeah, you.
I love that. Love it.
Okay.
Would you look at that? Oh
Yeah,
my gosh,
yeah.
just look at it. Just look at it. You gotta look at it this way, okay? You just gotta look at it. That's all you can do anymore.
You just Gotta look at it. Appreciate you, Brian. And I did fix for the super chats where we got every 30 seconds is $1 or something like that, give or take. Just for the sub flexing alongside the gifted memberships. 30 seconds for every gifted membership. I think that's awesome. But let's keep the kicker going. Thank you, BT. Appreciate you so much, man. And you are awesome. And thank you for always just supporting the channel, being here, tuning in, watching Kicker Unmasked, having a good time, and just kicking it. Literally kicking it. This guy's got kicker tattoos and kicker solo X's in his car. He's having a jolly old time, man. Thank you so much, BT. And Garrick with another $5 super chat. Would you look at that?
Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it. You got to look at it this way, okay? You just got to look at it. That's all you can do anymore.
He's got a point. You just got to look at it. And, man, I've been waiting to hear about this. Garrick was saying he had a big announcement. Well, here it is. Big announcement. Uncle Bobby B won my giveaway contest. I've decided to run battery banks instead of lithium battery. Man, that is awesome that Bobby B won the giveaway contest for the Sky High Car Audio Power Wire for hitting 2,000 subscribers. Congratulations, Garrick. And, man, that is awesome that you did that for the community, and I know you're all about that, and that's what we do here as well. And, man, the lithium banks, I seen you posting in the DIY. It's just like any other forum. It's a whole nother niche, and, yeah, you can get some really good information there. You can. With battery selection, it's always like what is right, what is wrong. I think it just morally goes by what works for you. And either way, man, and lithium is of the future. We know that, and a lot more base, more battery base in a smaller space. Thank you, Garrick. Appreciate you for the $5 super chat. Thank you for always being here. You are awesome, man. Thank you, buddy. And yes, thank you for donating. Thank you. Thank you for donating. Oh, would you look at that?
Uncle Bobby B, baby. Uncle Bobby B.
Uncle Bobby B, I don't think he has ever missed a live stream. One of the first to comment on the live stream. Been watching Kicker. Thank you. Appreciate you, man. And I know Bobby B just won that giveaway. He won so many. I think he's got surround sound of bullfrogs. He's got so many Bullfrog 100s. It is definitely rigged. Bobby B knows the system or something, man. Thank you, Bobby. Appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you, Niplash. Appreciate you. Yes, we got the subwoofer at Flex, subsonic super chats, and it starts flexing. And thank you for being here. It's a car audio live stream. We got to incorporate something here, man. Thank you for tuning in. Got to play the Uncle Bobby B clip. Absolutely. Cracker. Congratulations, man. And thank you for tuning in. My better half's birthday is on Halloween. Happy birthday to her. Happy birthday. And my buddy T-Dog, his birthday's mischief night the day before. And, man, to have a birthday by a holiday, I guess that's pretty cool, huh? And congratulations on winning the 50% off discount code last Tuesday when we had EXO on. And, it's really hard balancing everything. I was just talking to a good friend of mine about balancing YouTube and family and work and everything else. And I try to answer as much as I can, but it's like, man, I'm just left, right. And I'm just happy that I'm able to do this another day and keep the live streams going because you guys are awesome, man. Thank you, Cracker. Appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, he's been waiting a long time. Thank you, Jeremy Shoopdog. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you for watching Kicker Unmasked too, man. John Myers, he had me dying tonight. Like, just the jokes were awesome. Thank you, Bewline. Tuning in on Facebook. I got on here on Facebook so I can see this a little better, and I can see your comments here too as well. It should be coming up. Oh, you know what? I forgot to click on it. I got to click on it. There we go. I wonder why none of the comments were coming up on Facebook, but I see them here and they will come up from now on. But thank you so much, Bew. And the studio is, it's my pride and joy, man. This thing is awesome, and you guys make it happen. You guys keep the lights on and the smoke going, and appreciate you guys for just being here. And thank you so much. What are you going to be for Halloween, Simon Stately? Man, I don't know. I think this year, I know we're going trick-or-treating with the kids. Usually I'd go out there with Cookie Monster, have the smoke going, giving out candy, but I'm not 100% sure. I thought about Speaker Man. I did think about it. I 100% thought about it. 100%. Hey, behind you, is that a kicker subclock? Yes, that actually is. Was a fully functional kicker comp that's behind me over there, and it was blown. So if you got a blown kicker, you can take it apart. You have to be very strategic with it, but you can take that thing apart. And my advice to you, cut out the spider so that you can pull the whole thing out when you do. Unglue the surround, but with a heat gun, and just literally your finger, and just take your time to pop it off the basket. And then the back end, you can just go to work, and take your time. And you can make it a kicker clock, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see here. Excuse me. There we go. Now it's coming up. I'm going to be Barney Rubble. Oh, no. Oh man, Fred Flintstones, they were the best. That's a good. I'm glad you brought that up. If you guys are dressing up for Halloween, let me know what you're gonna be. And yeah, I don't know, man. I was looking for Cookie Monster costumes, but like the ones I wanted were like $300, and I'm like, well, it would be good for Halloween and Slamology, but I just couldn't do it. Johnny 5. I mean, that's a good one, That's a good one. For some reason, that's not coming through. Something happened with my, whatchamacallit over here. Sometimes it does that. I don't know why. I was trying to push the Johnny 5 sound, and it's not coming through. I know I updated Stream Deck, so maybe that's doing something there. It was just working. Thank you, Garrick. Tuning in from the hotel in Colorado again. Mother-in-law having cancer surgery, so need the positive bumps. And, man, I'll be praying for you and hoping that surgery just, goes well and, gets through that stuff. My dad's dealing with a lot, too. And, just be happy. I know it sounds terrible. Be happy for the day that you do have today and the time that you do have, and hopefully everything works out for you, man. Appreciate you, Shoop Dog, and I'll be thinking about you, sir. Man, it just got really smoky in here. What the heck happened? What the? Oh, my God. Thank you for tuning in, Jason. And yeah, you don't have to technically have any system to be in Kicker Club. You just need to be cool to be in Kicker Club. And everybody's cool if you think about it. Just be nice. And, it's a great, Facebook group, because there's a lot of Facebook groups that just really arrow towards Kicker being a bad product. And that pretty much made me be relevant on Facebook, because I was one of the very few saying, no, it's not bad. Look at my system. And that's where I just kind of just kept going with it. And I met a few people that were like, oh yeah, man, I love Kicker, and they seen what I was doing with the Solo X back in the day. And, it's just, I wanted to make a Facebook group that was just specifically Kicker. I mean, and I'm glad I did. And it's been going almost 3 years now, and 65,000 members. And it's kind of crazy how long we've been doing that stuff, and the growth that it has. I think we're like the third biggest car audio Facebook page group. And it's just, it's awesome, man. It really, really is. And I love just doing it, man. I do. Garrick says, I found out if I ran lithium battery, my system would catch fire. It wouldn't have enough power. I found out if I ran lithium, well, it's just, it's not that it's going to catch fire. I feel like, where people might be saying, it's going to catch fires if you don't have a big enough battery, where if you're overtaxing that lithium battery, if you already have one, to the point where there could be a fire. Now, with any kind of lithium, you could have fire. With any kind of battery, you can have fire. It's just kind of more like what is more explosive. And I feel like that is the topic at hand. If you're running maybe like C-Max or something that's very volatile, and you're just you put a 10,000 watt amp on like a single bank of them, and it's like 5 amp hours, and you're just killing this thing, and it's meant for 100 amps continuous discharge, and you're pulling out, we'll say 1,000. You're going to you could blow up that battery. It could be bad. So it's not just lithium in general is going to catch it on fire. You do have to kind of know what you're doing, but at the same time, you got us, and we'll get you there, man. Appreciate you, Garrick. What's going on, Kanga? Thank you for tuning in, man. I was listening to your live stream a little bit last night, right before I was going to bed. That's what I usually do. I listen to live streams. I try to catch up on what everybody else is doing, and appreciate what you do for your community and for being here tonight. And just keep it up, dude. Just keep it up. Bump, 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 bump. Thank you, Bad Customs. Face Kicker, thank you for tuning in tonight. Appreciate you, man. You guys are awesome. And I know this guy's been waiting a while, just sitting here waiting to be on a live stream, and I don't think he made it. I don't think he made it. I've been wanting to bring somebody on the live stream here with me, but it's always like, who am I going to bring on? I don't know. We'll probably figure it out, but I know when the day comes, we're good to go. We got the fancy cameras, the mic set up, especially with the new Rode that I got. Oh, that's going to be money. And either way, it's just, I had to, man. I had to. Thank you, Matt Ritchie, with the $5 super chat. Would you just look at that?
Well, would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it. You got to look at it this way, okay? You just got to look at it. That's all you can do anymore.
Thank you, Matt Ritchie. Looking to go L7X next year in the XJ. Hopefully that when I get it finished, I'll see you in the lanes. That's awesome, man. And XJ, is that the Jeep? Refresh my memory on that one. And the L7X, man, I can't wait for the 18 just to replace the old 18 with Cookie Monster and, just what the L7X brings to the table. And I feel like anybody putting it in that car, even if you got even like a 500 watt amp, you're going to put that L7X in there. You're going to be like, damn, this thing's got some throw. Man, this thing is loud for what it is. And I feel like they accomplished what they were trying to do, was bring a more of a demo, higher SPL, more just air movement, more stroke, same bore, and it's just you're moving more air. And to also do it the kicker way by doing it with less power than the competitor and just having that kicker sound and trying to make that all happen at once. And I feel like as well as they could have, they made that happen. And I can't wait to see you in the lane this year. I know I'm trying to work on some things with Mecha, man. I was talking to Adam from Amp Dinos, and he gave me a few ideas what I might be trying. So I'll be letting you guys know on that. But either way, that would be cool to see you in the lane, man. And I just love hearing stuff like that. Thank you so much, Matt Ritchie. Thank you for the $5 super chat, and thank you for tuning in. Jeff, thank you for tuning in on Facebook. I appreciate you guys. Hope you're well, Jeff. Get to see him hanging out the lanes, and just glad he's here tonight, man. It's cool when I see like the local people, my friends, like closer friends. Not that you guys ain't my friends, but you know what I'm saying. Like the people that literally live around me tune into the live show. It means a lot, and thank you for that, and thank you for being here. Let's see. I love to see Kicker Impulse. Would you look at that? Just look at the Kicker Impulses, man. I know they brought back the Kicker Gold Letter, and I feel like maybe if it made sense to them, they would probably bring certain things back. I mean, they had like the Mohawks, they had all different kind of stuff, and I hear a lot of good things about the Kicker Impulses and just what they kind of bring to the table. And I mean, if it works, it works. And I feel like with a lot of the Kicker subs that they have nowadays, you can almost get kind of similar results with maybe the Comp C, maybe the entry-level Comp, and there's a different trade-off. They're not paper, or it's more of a polycone, and people might not want that or whatever. And just like how they were talking tonight about the snake oil, where they were saying older subs or older amplifiers just sounded better, and I was like, man, that's a number one. That's a number one, because people love the older ones, and that's not a problem. But again, it's like in today's age, you can make something that does even better than that, even for what you were looking for with that sub back then. Thank you, Bew. Justin, DIY audio guy, thank you for tuning in. I got to get him on the show here too. I'm trying to get, just like people that want to be seen on a live stream, and I don't always bring people on, but now I'm like more just set up to do it, and with how I do everything extra, and we're good to go. We got to bring Justin on and Toyd, and just everybody under the sun just does what we do, and they're on the YouTubes, they're doing the videos weekly, they're making content for you guys, because if it wasn't for them, I'd be a little bit more bored. You know what I mean? I don't want to watch politics and football all the time, I want to do what I want to do, and that's what's great about these guys. And thank you for tuning in, man. Thank you for tuning in, Alex Crossley on Facebook. Appreciate all you guys. Thank you for commenting on Facebook. If you're watching, just hit the like, share. I want to see more people on Facebook, but we got 33 on YouTube. You guys rock. Thank you for tuning in, man. Let me pull this up really fast here. Okay, so that's cool. That's working. That's working. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I text Fuego and Ashy. They're MIA. I know I was looking for Bubba. I don't know where Bubba was. And El Fuego, I hope he's doing okay. And Ashy, I'm sure he's working on something. He's probably just got tripped over in his kicker cave of just kicker collections. Like, this guy has more kicker equipment than anybody that I know, and I mean almost probably more than kicker in some degree. It's like he just bought like half of their stuff. He is insane. I'm talking by the pallets buying kicker equipment that they had lying around, like OEM, brand new, never touched kicker, like history museum stuff, and he's got it. So he might have just fell, and he's like, oh, kickers. Just fell asleep for a minute. I get it. It's okay. It's all right. Thank you, Bobby, for being here and just texting him. But yeah, I was looking for Bubba earlier, man. I was like, hey, you're missing kicker. Where are you at, buddy? Where are you at? Todd Peterson, hello. Thank you for tuning in on Facebook. I think you were watching the UnMasked show. I seen your comment about the power supply of, for doing car audio in your home. And I feel like they answered it just fine. Great. And I made one video like years ago when I first started YouTube, and I need to redo it again. And I know a lot of people just, for some reason, they were like, oh yeah, the Xbox controller is the best one. And I still never figured out exactly why, but I guess it kind of does work in some degree. But you do want the power supply, but you also want to have a battery on there just in case you go over what that power supply can do. You're not going to hurt, one, the power supply, or two, your amplifier, because once you hit that point, it's a dead brick wall. There is no voltage drop. Like, it's just, that's it. And then the amplifier is going to shut off. It's going to hit a brick wall, and it might blow up. So you want to have a battery for that main reason right there. Absolutely, Chad. Tell Andy how hard I'm coming for Livin Loud with Andy. Thank you, Cracker. I appreciate you, man. You've been tuning in for a very long time. I'm glad that you're here. And, man, you guys are awesome. Guys are really awesome. Frank, the Tank, thank you for being here. And it is rigged. It's always rigged. It's on a Tuesday. It's probably rigged. And especially Kicker UnMasked and Kicking It with Andy. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do this Tuesday. I don't have any ideas. If you guys got any, maybe just topics that we could do that you would like to see me cover next Tuesday, let me know. You let me know. Ashley probably has a lady friend over. I bet. It could be BT too. It could be BT. Dubby. Thank you for tuning in, Dubster. Appreciate you, man. And thank you for being here. Excuse me. And they were talking about your explode speakers. They were talking about that on the UnMasked show today. Oh man, that's getting real bad in here. Jeez. We will light it up towards the end of the show. I will turn this into a smoke show. It's going to be nuts. I literally have 2 smoke machines in here. It's bad. Well, one wasn't working, and then I need a backup, and then they both started working. I'm like, okay, we got two, we're good. And either way, they were talking about big speakers, and I feel like they could bring those back, but again, it would be like just like how it was back then. It's like they're not really selling like hotcakes, man. Not everybody's walking into the store being like, I need, excuse me, a 24-inch jackhammer. Now, if it's this L7X, I'm fine with that. But you get what I'm saying, or 34-inch, big subwoofers, big speakers. because, you know, I feel like it's just really hard to make something that big and perform just as well. Like, that's why so many people love 12s and 15s, just because it's like, think about it like this. You know, you go in the NBA or the NFL, and like the perfect size for the NFL, if you're like, you're a quarterback, is like 6'3". And if you're too tall or too short, it's like whatever. And there's that sweet spot. Not saying that the tall guy can't be better than the 6'3" guy, but like, you know, just in general, proportionately, it's just a lot easier to design something, I would feel, rather than a 50-inch kicker. I mean, I'm fine with it, you know, but still, I'm going to be like, I need 2 cars to put this in. I need 2 of them. Thank you for tuning in, Sean Barnes. What's up, Annie? Getting ready for Ruckus. Can't wait. Yes, Ruckus and Chill. Kyle Rutherford, he's got some awards just custom for you guys. Kyle's an awesome guy. I do want to make the trip out there eventually. I got some new shows on my bucket list for next year. Other than Slamology, I will never not go to Slamology. That is the Super Bowl. That is my show. I love going to that show. It's like Kicker, Slamology, right after my birthday, or right on. It's a no-brainer. And it's only 6-hour drive, and it's heck of a show, but either way, I want to try all these other shows that they got going on because there's so many out there, man, and especially that one. Eric, and thank you for tuning in. Appreciate that you're here tonight. Man, you guys are awesome. Look at all them explodes. Just look at them. Off to work, my guys. Stay classy. Thank you, Matt Ritchie. Appreciate you tuning in. Can't wait to see the L7Xs in person, and I want to see them more locally to me as well. I would love to, you know, be able to have like just L7Xs in the studio here, just kind of chilling by our guest over here. You know, maybe not exactly right there, but you get what I'm saying. So if you see it in person, you know, and then I just have it, it's almost like you're forced to buy it rather than like, oh, I'll go home and order it online. Nah, I don't think I don't want to spend that much money. I don't need it. But if I'm like, here, Livin Loud Andy says, buy Kicker. Here's an L7X. And just, oh, there's a Warhorse. I think peer pressure could come into full effect right there. I used to sell cars, man. I mean, I think we could do that. I think we could do that. I just need them. Just a bunch of them. Ernie, just like maybe just a pallet, because I don't want to have too many. Kayla might get mad actually this time. Beefcakes. Yes. Me. Oh, come on, Dubby. Come on. Alternators. Topic for next week. Are you sure? I mean, that is a good one. I feel like if I would do that, I would want to get someone else's opinion on it as well. You know, I get it from the power supply section. I understand how alternators work. And, you know, it's something that I could just talk about, and I don't have to do a demonstration. But, you know, at least something to talk about, because the main factor is I seen a post in Kicker Club today, a guy saying, I got a 300 amp alternator. And he's thinking that he's getting 300 amps all the time. And that is not the case. And I mean, like, you could just make it right off of that, how they work, and just kind of everything else, man. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your comment, Frank the Tank. Garrick says, Andy, Darkside Demo Dolly is switching up his kickers next season. Aw, no. Yeah, he's got 6, I think, L7X12s or 9. I forget which. And that black truck blow through. And I wonder what he's going with, if he's going with a different brand, vice versa. I mean, I feel like, you know, you could probably get maybe more power handling, or it's just something that you're, you know, like a 4-inch coil and you want to just do whatever. I just feel like with the Solo X's, you get a ton of cone area, just more usable. Now the box might need to be a little bit larger, and the power handling is right there where it can handle a ton of power, but maybe some guys just want it to handle even more and they just want to fit more in there, requiring a smaller enclosure, and go for more for the demo side strictly. Because I feel like anytime you get like a 4-inch coil, you know, a speaker that doesn't really need a huge box that work in a small ported enclosure, tend to be very inefficient drivers, especially compared to the L7X, just inefficient, and they just work like that, and you can just jam a bunch of them in. And I understand why people might switch, but with the Kicker L7X, if you're in the lane and you're competing, it's stupid efficient. Now, it's not going to be as efficient as a comp, but be efficient at 30 hertz. It's like the perfect daily demo / competing woofer that you can buy that's not custom. It's from Kicker, and well, maybe custom down the road. I don't know. Maybe I spoke too much, but you get what I'm saying, and it works. It 100% works. Appreciate you guys. We got 42 in the. If you're here, just say hello. Drop the like. You guys are on Facebook. Appreciate you. And YouTube, all the like. Todd on Facebook. I have a Crown amp rack with 6 L712s in the garage. Nice. The Crown amp, man, that thing is awesome. The 6K between that and the Warhorse were just huge amplifiers back in the day. This Warhorse that's sitting over here by, oh man, I'm losing my remote here. Sitting over here by Larry. Between that and the Crown amp, those things were the crown jewels of just huge car audio amplifiers. And they got down, man, and they were very expensive. But to run that on 6L712s, that's going to be loud. That's going to be loud. Just saying. I mean, you already know it. Just want to play with some old equipment. Thanks for the advice. Absolutely right. Yeah, with that Crown amp, I mean, I would look more because you're not going to be able to have enough power on one outlet to be able to play that in your room. Now, the way that I got around that with my studio, I got lucky. Everything is on one circuit because the rest of the house is on like 3, okay? So what I have a 10 gauge, 25 foot, and a 50 foot extension cord that's good for 13, 14 amps, give or take. And realistically, really, it's 2,000 watts. But you get what I'm saying. It's good for just everything you would need out of one outlet, and in different sections. Man, it is getting smoky here. Different sections in the house, so that I can have 300 amps of power supply. Otherwise, you're talking 220 tapping into. So I would look at just one power supply to keep it simple, and just beef up on the batteries so you don't hurt that Crown amp. You don't want to do that. And if you're just playing music, maybe you might not need everything that you think, but it's always nice to have overkill, man. And he forgot his costume and his clock is off. How's my clock off? Did it stop? No. I took the battery out of this one. That one says 11 o'clock. That one's right. Darn. You guys are on me, man. I'm slacking. I am slacking. Andy, do you have anything to dyno maybe for next week's show? That's a good idea. Wait, what's happening? What's happening? Cornut donated a $2 super chat. That smoking L7 is making Andy cough. Every time you guys play that, man, you guys are literally making that sub. Look at that. Look at it. The sub it's starting to blow. It's starting to blow. Would you look at that?
I got pennies.
Oh, man. I don't know how much longer it's going to last. It's really starting to smoke in here. Oh, would you look at that? Thank you. Hey, Kick Cornut. It even bleeps out smoking. I see it now. I see it. Talk about coil smell. And that. I was in James' car at one of the last Team SP Loud shows at the old location. And he was giving me a demo where it was like this much smoke in here. And my eyes literally started to burn just from the smoke. Literally just from the smoke, man. And it's because it wasn't this stuff, man. And whenever you have a speaker that's just going and going and the smoke just keeps coming in and you just can't get away from it, it starts to burn your eyes out. And I feel like Kicker subs, yeah, they might not be able to, keep going to that point. But they're not going to kill your eyes like some of them do. And I think it's because of all the resin on that. And, man, I cannot see anything. Can you guys? Okay, we can see a little bit over here because I could not see anything. Whoa. That's a lot of smoke. And thank you, Cornut, for getting that kicker going. But, yeah, that thing is, it's still kicking. But, oh, my God, I can't see anything. Can you guys see anything? I can barely see anything. Well, there goes the show, guys. I tried. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. It is right twice a day, man. It is right twice a day, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters. 32-inch sub is fine for home use, but how you gonna fit that in a car? It's just not practical, right? Just the width alone, man. You could just 34 inches. I mean, if you could fit a quad box, I guess you could fit a 32-inch sub width and depth, but you're gonna need a bigger enclosure, I think, than a quad box. Let me think. 32-inch driver. Yeah, you're probably going to need like 13, 14, 15 cubes for something like that. That is just kind of crazy. But the real Andy is on the right. Dude, I'm telling you, man, he is literally over there where you can't even see him right now. He is over there. That is me. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you just hanging out with my Solo X over here and still waiting on the new L7X. That God. Oh, man, it's getting to me now. Woo! All right. Yep. Starting to get a little bit of visual, Captain. Ground Zero has a 32-inch subwoofer called the Germinator. That is crazy, dude. The Germinator. I like that name. And Ground Zero, man. Yeah, they do got some pretty crazy stuff. I'm going to have to go check that out. I mean, who doesn't need a 32-inch woofer? At what point is a subwoofer size impractical? Can you pull the room? That's a good question, man. I actually probably could. Let me see if I can do that. Give me a second here. Let me see. Let's see. How big? Big. Oh. I can't type. Is too big. All right. Let's do the options here. There we go. So we need to type in right here. All right, so we'll start with 12. We're going to type in 12 because that could be too big. 15. 18. Oh, not typing in numbers. There we go. And then I guess we'll just do 32 because we keep talking about 32. And the poll has started. Let me know what you guys think. Yeah, so cool. That is there. Awesome. And thank you, FIFA. Oh my God. That thing scares me. I'm not lying to you. When I come in this room, and he was sitting here in the studio before, and it looked like a person for like, just like the offside of your eyeball. Like, it was like, it's kind of creepy, man. Like he is in here. It doesn't look too much like that on camera, but it kind of does. Let me see. I need to pull that up. Let me share my screen here because I did want to share that. Is that sharing? Is that sharing? Is that sharing? Is that sharing? No, it's okay. Now it's sharing. Okay, cool. We're sharing photos. Halloween. Yeah, here we go. Let's pull this up. Second. Oh, come on. It's saying it is. Stop mirroring. Screen mirroring. Usually I have this set up ahead of time. Usually it doesn't have a problem. Sometimes it does. How are we looking on the poll so far? Okay, so y'all are just voting 32 inch, and that's it. 32 inches is too big. See, it disconnected from the Wi-Fi. That's what it does. Oh, there we go. Now we're connected. Yada, 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 yada. I share. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So 18 inches isn't too big. I mean, well, we're going to have to pass that information down to Steve Irby so that we can get an 18-inch L7X, 18-inch kicker comp. This thing looked creepy. Just sitting there in my seat from like a distance. Like, it's kind of creepy, man. It's really creepy, and this is what he looks like right now, sitting there in the studio, and it's like, just like, I get these just looks from him, and it's like, You think it's a person. It's like your brain playing tricks with you, like it's a real person over there. And I mean, he is. He's the first guest on the show. Appreciate you hanging out with me. And you know, he doesn't say much, but when he does say something, man, it is very low wasted information. I mean, that's Larry, low end Larry, buddy. Low end Larry. Steve Mead has two 32-inch subs in his house. And, right, I mean, with home audio, I feel like there's that size restraint lifted just because you have your whole house. And I'm sure that's still difficult, you know, to fit 32-inch woofers and their enclosures in your room, in your house, whatever. But you do make room for it. Thank you, Redneck Capone 13. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you being a Green Team member. And you guys are awesome. That is cool. On the Bobby B there, I see that because he's been here for 1 year. It says on the bottom of your LLC, just real small, 1 year member. And appreciate you guys. Once you hit that, you will have that on your thingy. I did a few things, you know, between that, the super chats, and, you know, just getting the studio ready. And I could do the dyno. Now I know Kicker has done the CX800. I do literally have that sitting right. I mean, I think Bobby is in my studio. Between him and Cornut, maybe Cornut just shared the Wi-Fi password for my studio cameras. But I do have a Kicker CX 800.1 literally strapped to the dyno, ready to go. I mean, that could be a thing. We did do the CX 1800 live on the show before, and that was a hit. And I'm already doing a video for it, so I mean, hey, I'm cool with that. I just have to get the other video portion done first, so I have that bada bing bada boom. But yeah, man, that's a good idea, honestly. Bad Customs. This is an insane hobby and habit. I haven't even pulled a single wire yet, and I've already upgraded this build over $4,000. If you're gonna go big, you gotta have a bank. And that's the thing, man. And you can't compare yourself to some of these guys that got $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, let alone even $5,000 into their systems when you don't just have that much money. And it costs, you got to pay to play, you know. And Kicker does make it a little bit easier where you don't need to invest as much into the electrical and you're just investing into the equipment, meaning more efficient amplifiers, more efficient drivers, so you're not wasting money on batteries. Yes, you might be paying more for the Kicker name and the quality of that product, but you're not having to spend so much more money as you would with something with a less efficient amplifier, needing more electrical and or the woofers. And there's always pros and cons with every single thing, but they do make it a little bit easier on us in the long run. And if you have a problem with your product, I will tell you this. A lot of people blow Kickers, okay? You know, a subwoofer is only going to be able to handle so much power, and then it's done, okay? It doesn't matter how much power handling you put, it's going to have a limit. And with amplifiers, there's a limit, but there's protective circuitry that can or cannot be put inside of it, okay? I wish subwoofers had that. You know, they would hit a certain thermal reading and then they would just stop. There would be some kind of just resistor in line, just like they have on the tweeters where it pulls down the power. I mean, that would be cool, but I don't know how effective that would be so that you wouldn't blow a subwoofer. But with their amplifiers, if you blow a Kicker amplifier, you're trying. Now, the 2 channels, 4 channels, AB design, that's a little bit different, but still you're trying. The Class D amplifiers are bulletproof. I sat here for at least an hour, hour and a half, hit on that CX800. You know, just boom, 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 resistive load over and over. I had the amplifier up to 126 degrees on the outside of the case. Never skipped a beat, and that's what you're paying for, man. BT donated $5 super chat. Got a bail. Here's for the Ashy and El Fuego search fund. Thank you, BT. Oh, man, now we got to look for him. When we find him, we'll say, would you look at that?
Well, would you look at that? Oh, my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it. You got to look at it this way, okay? You just got to look at it. That's all you can do anymore.
Thank you, BT. Get out of here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for always tuning in. And thank you for being an awesome guy. Appreciate you. And thanks for all that you do. Enjoy your night. Oh, we found one. I mean, I thought it was an El Fuego fund, but we got a Baba fund. Baba is here. His face on that, he's like, oh, snap. But he said the other word. And that was whenever I had the Warhorse 10K on there, and that was a little bit more power than I have right now with the two Warhorses, just because I'm wired at 2 ohms on each instead of the Warhorse, and that's the Warhorse. It liked to be at 2 ohms, so I'm clamping 2,000 watts less of power, and I only lost about a dB, 1.2 dB on half the power. I'll take it. Just for my Solo X to be able to give out demos all day at Slamology without worrying whatsoever. Glad that you're here, Baba. Appreciate you for tuning in. And I know you couldn't miss this, man. Like, we literally have a guest on the show, Larry. He loves the low ends. The low-end Larry woofer, man. I mean, that could be a thing, too. Really could be a thing. And, Kayla actually just picked him up at Target or something for Bryson. And I'm like, Larry, you're joining the show. You are joining the show. I didn't dress up, but we got Larry. I mean, that's all right. Sorry, John. I tried my best. Got your message, Cornut. Cornut is always on it, just like the Caboose. He's on all our tails, but we love him for it. The 32-inch frame is so... Oh, why did that disappear? Oh, that's why. Kicker Car Audio with a $10 freaking gifted membership. Would you look at that? Kicker Car, thank you, buddy.
This is what makes time travel possible. The flux capacitor.
Flux capacitor.
The flux capacitor. I loved how they were talking about Fast and Furious. Well, Carlos was talking about Fast and Furious, or the Fast and Furious. Good. Another good one. Back to the Future. And I mean, we do have a DeLorean here. This thing is just awesome. I forget how do I turn this on here? I know I had the little remote and everything. I don't know where. Oh, there it is. There we go. Now we're more. It looks like it's really flying. Here we go. Oh, man, to be a kid again, huh? Thank you so much, Kicker Card. Thank you for the 5 or 10 gifted memberships. And that's what's awesome is you guys get to be part of the green team. Your name literally turns green, and you get fancy emojis to throw in the chat. They literally show on the edge of the screen, and you just get to be part of the community, and that's the most important thing. Thank you, Kicker Car. Appreciate you. Appreciate you tuning in to Kicker Unmasked. I appreciate all you guys watching the show, and I love just, how much effort they put into that, and you guys keep coming back, and man, thank you, Kicker. Thank you, Kicker Car. And Kicker, Blake, the 32-inch frame is so big it ships in multiple pieces. Wow, I did not know that. That is, that's kind of crazy, and I feel like there's gonna be a guy that puts it together wrong, and then they're like, man, I want my money back. And, money on shipping, and just, it doesn't make sense to have a mass-produced product that size. But it would be cool to know a guy that would know how to do that so that you could specifically order them for, not even the 1%ers, the 0.00001%ers that might want a 32-inch woofer and know how to put it together and have it in their car and just to look at it. That's literally about it. I know there was another brand. I forget the name. I know someone's going to know it. I think it was a 32-inch woofer. Cosmo. I think it was Cosmo Audio. And it was in that orange Audi TT. And it looked awesome. But the people that I heard actually heard it. They're like, no. What? And because they got it in my car, they're like, oh, this reminds me of the Cosmo. I'm like, oh yeah, I know that bill. They're like, this is louder. I'm like, really? I'm like thinking about it, like, yeah, it kind of makes sense. That box is way too small for that 32, 34-inch Cosmo, whatever it was, in a small car too. And he wasn't taking the whole back seat like I am. And I'm like, you kind of need to do that in a small car like that if you're running a big driver, especially something that big. So you're going to have performance loss when you're trying to fit not even too big of a woofer, just a woofer too big to the size of the enclosure. That's it. You need the enclosure is what makes the bass. Sorry to tell you, it makes the bass. It really does. Bubba for the win. Hey, Chad, if I turn it up more, windshield is gone. Half throttling, limping, Kicker. I'm having good luck with my big JS alternator. The owner's dad lives in my hometown, but they are out of South Carolina. Yeah, you got to be careful whenever he gets so loud, man, because then you start breaking things. And that's cool that you live, that your big brother's with my big JS alternator, the owner's dad lives in my home. That's awesome to have the alternator company right in your hometown. Check the DMs. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Did you text me? I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it, Bobby. Yeah, you know, it's because it keeps going this entire time, man, you know, and I'll turn it up a little bit more here. Okay. Yeah. Oh, no, that's too much. No more super chats, no more gift and memberships, no nothing. This sub is going to go if it keeps going any longer, man. There's more smoke. Jeff, yeah. Doing well, Blake, and happy Tuesday to everybody, man. Happy Tuesday. All right, we got like 5 minutes left, and we'll end this thing. Dig in the light, and props, Andy. Thank you, Baba. That's why I wanted you to tune in on UnMasked, too, because I know Ernie did a lot of work to do all that, and John and Carlos, they look great in their outfits, man. They really did, and I'm just glad you're here tonight, and appreciate you, man. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Jason, I'd say the 18-inch is practical limit. There's 21, 24, but they are rare. With 18s, you have a ton of choices. I feel like, yeah, that's kind of the cap point. What did you guys say here? We got, okay, so we got a little bit mixed results here. Well, not too mixed. Mostly everyone said 32 is just too big. 12 is too big. Wonder if that's because of the subwoofer size. 18-inch and 15. So, I mean, right. And I could have put more options, but there's only 4 on YouTube, unfortunately. So there is that. But I feel like it all comes down to what you're trying to do as a company and what's going to work for your consumers. You know, if you're a smaller company and then you specifically design for SPL guys, then I feel like the limit is no limit. But again, how many are you selling? You know, and just like how Blake was saying, they have to ship it in pieces. Quality control and, you know, tolerances, just with the Solo X18, how they changed that with the L7X products. Of instead of just one guide pin, you know, it's you got a bunch of these little metal Chinese acupuncture pins you put in there, click to the magnetic coil gap, and then boom, you slide it over and then you torque it down and it's like perfectly aligned. You pull the pins out, you're done. A little bit more extra steps so that there are no tolerance issues with user, rather than just quality control of them actually cutting the metal and putting it together. And I think Kicker's got that covered, but still, you know, it all depends, man. I feel like 18's that's big as you want. I could say he's definitely sticking with Kicker. Good. Turn the lights off except the red one and hit the fogger. Turn the lights off. The lights are off in the studio. I got no lights in here right now. Well, we have those ones, but they're not on a switch or anything. I can't hit the fogger. We can let it loose. All right, we're gonna let it loose. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. 15 is my favorite size, though, to be honest. I like 15s. You know, I was going to pick up a 15 Comp Q, but I was like, kind of want 12, just because. It's 12, and I can test it with a bunch of other 12s. Kicker doesn't make a prefab 12 box, and I have a few of those, and it's like a little bit easier. Just using something that people are going to buy, you know, rather than, you know, getting a custom one from Mr. SDK or building it myself or going on Amazon, you know, because you can get pretty much anything. I do need to pick up, I'm on it. I got to pick up the box for the 215s to compare the old golds, the old gold versus the new gold. What you think about it, bro? Is it flexing or what, Team Kicker? It's still Andy's fault, and you are welcome. You just got to look at it, Chad. You just got to look at it. All right, let's get these smokers going. Let's get them going. All right, let's see. I got one with a foot because I lost a thing. And now we got All right, now we got them both going. Let's light it up in here. Let's light it up. Is it harvest season? Flip the fan on, Annie. It is on. Now it's on 12. It's all the way up. It's all the way up. Yeah, that other one is still going. Oh man, it's getting a little smoky in here. Not too bad though. You guys can still see me, right? Yeah, we're good. That fan is moving a little bit. That fan is moving. It's moving it. 8, 15, 18, 19, 21, 24, 32. That would be a better one. Yeah, just to like, what is too big? I feel like 21 would be my cap of what I would put in my cars. Just because, like, how are you going to fit it? Trust me. 12 is a limit unless you're sacrificing your vehicle. If you are, that's another story, right? And even with the 15, it could be too tall to fit into a trunk with the box, because most trunk openings on the back end are like 14 and a half, 15 and a half inches. And if you got a 15 woofer, it needs to be bigger. The box needs to be bigger than a woofer. So you can't just fit it in there. And sometimes the trunk openings are all bobbly and wobbly. You can't just put a 212 box in there, let alone a single 15. It's too tall. Thank you, Cornut. Appreciate you for tuning in, man. And Cornut, huh?
Cornut. He does traveling installs.
No such thing. You got a point there, Blake. You got a point. I mean, there is no such thing, man. I always thought it was the coolest thing with just the 18. Running the 18, or like, how is this in this car? It's like, oh, yeah, well, yeah, a little bit of modifications over the time. But now it looks small in there. Now it looks small. Box is huge. Huge, and all that fur, man. Appreciate you guys. And, I know Ernie's switcher was messing up. I'm like, I know these switchers start to go when you got too much smoke in the room. I don't know how I know, but I just know. And yeah. We're doing fine. We are doing great. All right, let me catch up on these comments because I don't want to miss anything. Thank you, Redneck. I love my CX 1200.1. Been banging it for 4 years, and those are awesome amplifiers. That's my next on the list to test. Thank you, Redneck. And no Discord tonight after party. I actually changed the name to Friday after party on the Discord, just so you guys know. It's just for Fridays. Me taking over the business with my dad being down. It's a lot more work. Guys were yelling at me today, hey, what store are we doing tomorrow? I'm like, I didn't even think about it yet. I got to do UnMasked. I got to do my amp dyno. My amp dyno's been acting up, and I got it fixed. And, just taking the day off. And I did want to mention, just because, Seth made it out okay. Mr. Duffy, Seth Duffy, that we were just talking about on Tuesday's show. I haven't talked to you guys since Friday, but this happened Monday. And we were leaving Sheets. He was going back home, and we were going the other direction, how we normally do. And he texts me in the group chat. Well, me and the guys, we're all together in the car. I wrecked, and it's bad. So I'm not going to show all his stuff on there, but the Golf is totaled. The 215 build is okay. The amplifier survived. The batteries are okay. The car it's toast. And he actually came out almost scratch-free. Not a broken bone. Nothing. Like, no, blood, nothing. That car kept him safe. And it's sad with the car because he was going 65, 70 miles an hour on the turnpike. Just boom, right into a Jersey barrier, bounced off, went into the Jersey barrier, and the car just drifted for 50 yards with the wheels sideways like a DeLorean. And I'm just glad that he survived that. And it's terrible. But yeah, with everything going on with the work and, I try to do that, but I love the Discord after party. It is the funnest time where I get to hang out with you guys one-on-one. Of course, Double E live streams from Thailand, trying to break into the one of the kicker facilities that they have over there, and it's always a blast. Thank you, Fago, for tuning in. Appreciate you. Look at the pennies, just look at them. And it's all right, CAE. Congratulations on 5,000 subscribers, man. And just with this car audio journey, Just do it for the long run, and I can tell that you are, man. Just keep it up, and thank you for being here tonight. I ain't floating yet. Even 24, too much for me to think. Do we need more smoke in here? I think we need more smoke in here, but I'm about to end it. Oh, man, you guys are awesome with all these comments. What makes more dBs, the airflow from the flex or the hertz? I feel like, well, with the dBs, the airflow, so you're pretty much compressing and retracting a wave, right, with sound pressure. And that happens also with the sound wave and different parts of the wavelength because of the speed of the wave, the distance it has to travel, the coupling effect. And that's pretty much SPL in a nutshell. So it would be from the flex of the woofer, not so much the hertz, but then the hertz would come into play with the distance because of the speed and the time and the travel of how far it has to go, where that coupling matters. So it's actually both, but at the end of the day, it's bore and stroke. It's the stroke, the movement of that wave. If you got something playing whatever frequency, if you just got more of it, maybe it might be better. But then at the same time, if the frequency matches better with whatever, then it might not even matter that it has less flex. So that's where SPL gets really kind of crazy. And but in layman's terms, it's kind of both. It's kind of both, man. Thank you, Shoop Dog. And yeah, my eyes are starting to burn now. But I feel like we need one more hit. One more hit. There we go. That's the deep one. That's got literally vape juice into it. It's got like, I would say 80... PG, 20 VG. It's a good mix. It's really heavy for a smoke machine here, not a vape machine. I mean, pretty much is. I didn't add any flavor this year. I mean, I could have, but either way. Oh, man, I'm sorry, Larry. Before we lose you, thank you for being an awesome guest. We'll have to get you on again just so we can get your whole story on everything. Thank you for being here, man. And I know he is just holding on to that Solo X18, waiting for a new one. Same, man. Absolutely same. And you keep holding on to that 18. I've done it for years, man. It's an awesome woofer. And Kicker will keep you happy, man. You know what makes more smoke, the Explodes or the smoke machine? I think the Explodes, man. I really think the Sony Explodes. I can see him on the screen. It's the Sony Explodes. Look at it. Look at it. There's more of them right there. Oh, the smoke. Thank you, Dubby. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Oh, man, you guys are awesome. Yep. I'm going to have to clear out this room. I love you guys. I will see you Friday. I had to bail on Friday just because I was sick on Monday. And it was either bail on Friday or bail on Tuesday. Get the stores done. And we actually worked Sunday to catch up because of everything else going on. And for Monday and Halloween, and we wound up Seth got in that accident on Sunday night. So appreciate every day that you have. Appreciate the guys that are here tonight. I will see you Friday. Thank you for just all your comments. Jason, I appreciate you in the chats, in the comment section, helping people out, for being here. Thank you, Chad. You have a great night as well. Appreciate you, Double E. Good night. Appreciate all you guys. I'm going to let you go. And this was the Kicker Unmasked After Show. Thank you for watching. And Larry, again, amazing job. We'll have you on again. And everyone else, stay living loud. Have an excellent day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Now you want to say something.
Okay. So we're kicking it with Andy, right? You know what that means. We living loud.
Livin Loud with Andy.
directly across a fire hall my entire life. Both houses that I've lived in, I've lived right across from a fire hall. And you can finally see Kayla's Kicking It with Andy sign because it's dark in here and it's not very lit up. And I wanted to show that off. And Cornut got the sub going, donating $4. See ya Tuesday. Love you guys. Thank you, Cornut. And thank you, Redneck. Appreciate that you were here tonight. And Eric comes in. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I was just gonna end it now. Love you guys. Sorry, Cornut. Oh, man.